So, when you're picking a voiceover coach, how do you do that? Who do you know that you can trust? Who do you know that's going to have your best interest at heart?
Exactly how I found Earl. I was looking around for some help with voiceovers, and I found his YouTube videos and started watching them. And I think one of the biggest things for me was actually getting business. I hadn't been able to get any business, and he showed me how to really get into emails. But one of the biggest things I really like about working with Earl is that I had found a lot of other big name coaches and before Earl, and I tried to email them and talk to them, but every time I did, I got replies that they're super busy and they can't email me, and I have to get into one of their courses before they'll actually talk to me.
I've got to put this concept into your head. I've got to show you that you've got to stop trying to be a copycat of what you see other voiceover artists doing. You're a unique individual, and what works for one doesn't always work for all. Your money, your business, your success is connected to the uniqueness that you bring to this industry of voiceover. You need to stop looking around, struggling in the dark, trying to figure this thing out, and stop trying to copy what someone else has done, because your strength, your power, is in exactly who it is that you are.
Let me tell you what this group has actually done for me. It has actually given me hope, because I think at first, when I first started, I don't think I really believed in myself. But as I began to go on this journey and listen to a great mentor who is Mr. Earl Hall, and understand that it is a process and that you have to believe in yourself and that you do have what it takes and that you can do it.
Looking, but 2 years ago, I really got serious, and when I was looking for answers, I stumbled on to Earl Hall through his YouTube channel, and the rest is history.
First of all, I learned so many new tools that can really grow my business, tools that I never even heard of. Not only what those tools are, but how to use those tools, how to implement them to build my business.
There is a very specific way that you're designed to do this thing called voiceover, and I'm going to show you how. Here's the problem. You've been trying to figure this thing out for years. You've watched all the YouTube videos, you've been to the webinars, you've read the blogs, and it almost feels like there's some secret out here that someone isn't telling you. You can't figure out the P2P sites. You can't figure out the freelance platforms. And more than that, you're looking for a mentor that can actually inspire you to jump higher than you've ever jumped, and to inspire you to know that you are good enough to do this. It doesn't matter how long you've been doing it. I'm going to inspire you to show you exactly what you need to do step by step. Whatever your financial goal is, whatever the goals you have to building this voiceover business, I'm going to show you how to go beyond even what you think is possible. I get it. I've been where you are, not knowing how to go get clients. I've been where you are, trying to figure this thing out, trying to figure out the different ways that you can actually get business. The great thing of what I've discovered is that I've discovered how to get clients coming directly to you. Most of what voiceover artists do is they're sitting back and waiting for work. They're waiting for someone to say they'll hire them. They're waiting after putting in a proposal. They're waiting for something to come in on a P2P site for them to audition for. They're waiting for something on a freelance site. It's a lot of waiting, isn't it? It's a lot of waiting. And during that waiting, you're in this struggle phase where you simply don't know what to do. There's so much information that's out there, but how do you know what information is right? I mean, part of the big problem is that so much of what we see online is so old. Tactics and strategies that worked a decade or more ago, and people are still trying to tell you that those things work. Let's just be honest, you already know that they don't. You've been struggling in this thing for what, 1, 3, 5, 10 years, and you're still not where it is that you want to be. That feeling, I know what that feeling is, but here's the thing. So, how can you finally discover the secret world of getting clients in voiceover? That's the thing. How do you discover the step-by-step process that is going to literally take you from where you are to that dream that you have of a successful voiceover business? But this is really hard right now for me to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. You do know that if you keep doing what you've been doing, none of this is going to work. My name is Earl Hall. I've been in VO since 2007, and I have had some amazing clients in the voiceover industry. But even beyond that, the coaching clients that I have are so phenomenal. So many of them are going well beyond the $4,000 a month range. And I'm not talking about here and there. I'm talking about consistently. They're bringing this in every month. I even have a client that just broke the $10,000 barrier, and I am so amazingly proud of this individual. This is why when it comes down to selecting a coach, not every coach is for everyone. I know I'm not for everyone. I have a particular style that I have, and we call it the grind and don't quit mentality, where it's not that you're just consuming information, but you're actually executing those things that are going to bring you the clients that you want. There is such a wealth of clients that are out here. There's no shortage in voiceover. There's no lack in voiceover. The one thing that is lacking is business acumen to get the client. And when I see that twinkle in people's eyes, when I show them exactly what to do, I give them exact phrases of what to say, whether they're on a sales call, whether they're doing an email marketing campaign or a Facebook ad, this can work for you. This can work for you. The things that my clients say about me they're just truly humbling. They let me know that I give information in a manageable way that they can actually execute on what I'm teaching them. They tell me that I'm inspiring, and I thank the universe for that. They say that I'm inspiring because everyone needs some inspiration, but your true inspiration, believe me, that comes from inside of you. And the best, one of the best things that they tell me is that I just have this no-nonsense approach. And that's what I'm going to give you, no nonsense. So what are the things that you need to actually be successful in voiceover? There's a mistake that so many VOs make, especially after they've been in for a few years, is that they try and think that they can do it all. And that's just a mistake. You want to make sure that you have your niche, your micro niche, laser focused in. You don't want to be seen as a jack of all trades. You want to be seen as the expert in an industry. So you've got to have a micro niche. You've got to pick the thing that you want to be known for, that thing that brings you the most joy in voiceover to do. Go for that. Become known as an expert in that. Because no one wants to hire someone that is just a jack of all trades. If you've got to have heart surgery, you want a specialist. Someone that does this day in and day out. It's the same thing in voiceover. And the niche that you pick, you want to make sure that you're laser focused in on that, and it makes your marketing so much easier. Now you know exactly what to say because you know exactly who you're talking to. And I understand the frustration and different things that go on like that with trying to get jobs. But when you're an expert at something and you're known for that, people will start coming to you like never before. Don't be an also-ran. Don't be a copycat. Be the person that people want to hire, because this is what you do, this is all you do, and this is what you know best. When it comes down to marketing, let me just say, especially if you heard my first point about your micro niche, when it comes down to marketing and knowing who it is that you want to talk to and the work that you want to do, your marketing becomes super easy. From your website to your ads that you might run on Facebook, yeah, most VOs are kind of scared to do that, but it's one of the biggest ways that I get work. And you want to make sure that when you're sending emails and things of that nature, that they're speaking to a very specific person. One of the greatest things that I've shown people is how to go directly to the client. Not on a platform, not on a P2P, but directly to the client. I'm talking about, Jeffrey Miller, the creative director at Pepsi. Things like that. You've got to know that you're talking to the person that can hire you. And this is one of the greatest things that I'm able to show people how to do, because it's also the easiest way to be seen as an expert. And you want to know a real secret that I have here? Look, so many people spend time on their website, putting all of this information on their website. We need to move that, because your website probably doesn't speak to anyone. But when you have a niche and a micro niche and you're laser focused in on who your potential clients are, you develop a landing page that speaks directly to that market. You develop a landing page that talks to them and lets them know that you're the person to hire. I show people how to create videos to put on these pages to get booked for work. Because here's the thing, my marketing strategy, it's not 12 million posts on Facebook or 3 million posts on Twitter and 2 million posts on Instagram a day. I have one video on one landing page and one sales call. These are the 3 steps for what I do to build the business that I've built. Want to know how to do that? You can go ahead and click the link, and I'm happy to show you exactly what it is that I do and how it is that I've been able to become so successful as a voiceover artist. Look, of all the things that I've told you, this is probably going to be the most important, and it's something that most coaches, I don't know any coach that deals with this except for me, but it's all about you. See, there are things that are holding you back. There are things that within yourself, I'm not talking about exterior things, I'm talking about the stuff and the junk that goes on the inside. Because if you don't get the junk on the inside of you out and you get over it, nothing that you do is going to work, because there's this underlying thing in you that's telling you you're not good enough. It's the reason why you've been a copycat all of these years and haven't identified your unique set of skills. And this is what you must do if you're going to succeed. Mindset is important, because if you go into marketing, if you go into sales calls, if you go into creating videos and things of that nature, that mindset of being less than or not feeling good enough or being in anger or fear, all of that is coming through. And your potential clients are seeing that. And I always say every last one of us has a BS detector, right? And it's more than a BS detector. We can sense things that are going on with people that we're talking to or that we have relationships with or that we're in business with. You can sense these things through the phone, in particular face-to-face. So when you're talking to clients or when you're sending out email, they can sense your fear. They can sense your feeling of not enough self-worth. It comes through the phone, and that's why people try and bring you down on price. Because they know that they can manipulate you that way. And let's just be honest, price is one of those things that most voice actors are scared to address. It's almost like saying a number is so terrifying and fearful that you basically just make a deal for way less than what it is that you know it's worth. I want to show you how to set your prices. I want to show you how to operate in your strength from a negotiating standpoint so that you get paid what you're worth. Fear, that underlying fear, is one of the biggest things that you must get over. if you're going to be successful in this, because this is a business. This isn't a hobby or something that you're just trying to throw together. And it's one of those things that I know isn't talked about enough in our industry. It's the business acumen of this. It's not about a better demo or a better mic. It's about a better you. It's about a unique you. It's about the you that's not a copycat of anyone else. It's about you operating in your strength. And when you do that, and when I show you how to do these things, which is so, it's really easy to do. It's just information that you don't have yet. But you need a whole lot more than information. You need transformation in your business, but more importantly, you need transformation in you. Look, I know it's probably been extremely hard for you as far as really building the business that you want to build. And even those of you that are kind of doing okay, you know that you can do better, but you just don't know what that is. You've been working so hard. It's time to stop working hard, and it's time to start working smart. Now, I know that might sound like a cliche. The truth of the matter is that the uniqueness that is you is so valuable, but you've been afraid to express it. You think there's a certain way you have to be. You think there's something different that you have to be, other than who it is that you are. The biggest thing that I can tell you is that that is where your power is. It's not in you being a copycat. It's not in you following some sort of cookie cutter program that does not work. It's why I don't believe in cookie cutter programs. You are so vitally different from any other VO that I would ever coach. Discovering who it is that you are is what needs to happen. And when you know who you are, you will explode. All you have to do is own it and trust it. You are enough. You are enough. There's nothing more that you need. So if you want to develop a plan around your core strengths, if you want to stop being a copycat, and if you want to be confident in who it is that you are as not only a voiceover artist, but as a person with true value that has gifts that the world needs, if you want all of that, and you want to get off the hamster wheel and be inspired to build the business that you know you ought to have, and if you're ready to grind and don't quit, click the link.